Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and nothing's trying to take my life away.
Yo, what's going on, boys? You are about to watch the absolute best EXFILZONE beginner's guide out there forever. I'm going to get into all of the nitty-gritties. We're going to get into some more intermediate tips and tricks, later into the video, but as of right now, I just want to start at a square one for anybody that has never played an EXFILZONE game in their entire life, etc., etc., etc. So the first thing that we're going to establish here is this is the hideout. This is your home base, okay? In your home base, you've got a bunch of different things that you can upgrade and can help you, such as passive rewards later down your career line in this game, as well as, more storage areas, just everything. You can upgrade pretty much everything in here for passive rewards. And then also you have task items, which you can also complete. Let me just, for example, right here, we'll just say an M16 modification trial. I already accepted the task, but you accept every single task that comes here, and then you can view what you need to do to finish the task. Submit it. You're on to the next one. Okay? You want to complete all your tasks so that you have all traders level 4. Okay? This permits you to buy the absolute best gear, best guns, best armor, best backpacks, best everything up here in the market. Now, there's two ways you can get to the market. One is just by hitting the B button on your controller if you're on Quest 3, and just simply clicking the market button. Here's all the traders. Here's the market. And you can also go back down to your hideout through these stairwells down here if you've already deployed and you need to quickly run up and grab something else. But yeah, that's pretty much the hideout. Over here we have the generator. You won't have to worry about that. That's how I have power and I have all these things running. This is a Bitcoin mine. You can find these hard drives. Sorry, not hard drives. Graphics cards in RAID. And then once you stack them up there, you can get passive income. Here I got 751 grand waiting for me. But I actually haven't even collected from this machine yet. I want to just let it run all the way up. This is going to be, you don't need to know this, but last wipe, I had a giant cash shelf, and it took me like 30 minutes to sell all the cash at the end of wipe, so I am not doing that anymore. I think I'm just going to let this rack up until I either am completely broke, or wipe happens, and that'll be easy, just one button claim. But anyways, so that's the Bitcoin mine. Here you've got a fridge, you can store some food. Here you got a water collector. This is kind of tricky how it works. You got to keep the cap on or cap off, whatever. As long as the bottle is completely underneath the water fountain, hit the button. You can refill your water, bring the water back into raids. Super easy. The other thing that we're going to get into here is the item kiosk. Shout out to Accruin. He is amazing. He has actually probably the best content out on EXFILZONE right now. And he always keeps all of his keys in the item kiosk, okay? I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. This item kiosk is where you can collect your task rewards. Anything that was left on the ground when you go into raid will be put into your kiosk. And basically just, this is the general hub for items, okay? And you'll get that. This is pretty self-explanatory. As soon as you get in here and start, doing tasks and collecting items, this is all going to be really straightforward. But a good tip and trick that I learned from Accruin, shout out to that freaking monster, is to keep your keys in here. It's really easy just to see where they are all at. And furthermore, I haven't seen him do this, but I might do this now. This is your key wall. You can put keys all in this storage area. This is also your workshop. We're going to get into that. That might even be a separate video, but I'm going to put all of my major officer's room keys, the legendary keys, the crazy big dogs. I'm going to put them all here, so I don't have to read through all the junk there. Because at this point in wipe, pretty. This hideout is a juice box, bro. So I really don't need like the stupid little checkpoint second floor keys, right? Eventually I'll hit them whenever I got them, but no worries. So here's all of our different storage areas. I actually just unlocked this. That's why it's bare bones. I'm excited to start filling this up with stuff. But besides the point, this is pretty much the hideout. Here is your workshop. I would say to definitely look up Monkey's video, Monkey44. He has an entire video showcasing the workshop. There's like I would love to create my own content, but he did such a good job that I mean I would just be going over all of the points that he went over. So check out Monkey's video on the gunsmithing guide. It is an ultimate gunsmithing guide, 44 minutes long. If you bought this game just to build guns, definitely look at that. I might create my own down the line, but like I said, he's the man with that. So here is the only other thing that I want to touch base on, okay? These two items right here. These were here last wipe. The workshop is brand new. So that is kind of new to me as well, new to all players this wipe. That is your armor repair stand. Now, if I go grab some armor right here, again, the Altons are a little bit bugged out, but I got Mall Boss armor here, and I got a nice boss helmet there. Whenever you go get shot to, you know what I'm saying, in raid, all of the durability from this armor is going to go down. Always throw it on here and heal it up before you get back in raid. Okay, quick tip trick. Always make sure you're healed up. Get your power on first and foremost. Get all of these things accessible. It's going to save time, get you in raids faster, get you out of raids with loot faster, okay? This is the last part of the hideout that I'm going to talk about before getting in raid, before getting in training, and showing you some real-life tactics, some real-life stuff you're going to encounter, okay? But this is the main thing for the hideout. The ammo boxes, they are incredible. If I just go over here and I grab, let's say, a mag, random mag. Once you're at this point, you have drum mags. Very useful, very convenient. I'm not trying to sit here and hand load a drum mag. Or unload a drum mag. Say I got out of raid and some guy had a drum mag full of decent ammo that I don't want to use. I almost don't want to clutter up. It's okay. I'll unload this drum mag here, as you see. Goes right to the SP, the shit ammo, excuse my French. And I think this is a 60 round drum, so we're just gonna fill it back up with BP. Let's see, I think it was like 225. Yeah, so like 60, 70 round drum. Full. It's better than me hand loading 60 bullets in there. So we're gonna keep that on the wall right there for ourselves. That is the ammo boxes. That's the item kiosk. That's pretty much the only thing I didn't touch base on was the shooting range, which kind of bugs out a little bit, but you can get to that. That is self-explanatory. I would highly recommend getting that as a new player, just so you can have unlimited ammo just to shoot at some targets. But eventually you just never go in there. Just letting you know. So now we have to talk about game basics, okay? And what I'm actually going to do is go into the tutorial to completely demonstrate everything. All right? Right when you spawn into the training here, you're going to be seated or standing. I am a lazy piece of dog crap, so I sit on a gaming chair for 6.5 hours straight and just play this game. So, right when you spawn into the training area right here, you're going to have a bunch of guns, grenades, mags, bullets on the table. The only thing that I really want you to do is just get familiar with the grabbing, which is the middle finger button, and the trigger button, okay? Those are the only two buttons that matter on the controller, other than the actual, you know, buttons to select the menu and stuff like that. So, let me make this really easy and just listen in super hard, and you shouldn't forget it if you make a point to just remember and listen. I'm going to make it super, super, super easy, okay? This is what I consider the middle finger button. It's the grip button on the controller. You use this to grab literally everything. Everything. You use the middle finger button to grab everything. Except for two things. One thing is mags. You will use the trigger to grab all mags. All mags. Mag. Trigger. Trigger. Trigger, 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 trigger. Trigger, trigger, trigger. As I just You know, I'm just flipping the mags off the wall. Just trigger, 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 trigger. Okay, that's the only way you pick up mags. You can also use the middle finger button. You can use both. So trigger to get the mag, and if you already used the trigger button to get one mag in here, you can use the middle finger to pick up a second mag of the same style. For instance, boom, tactical reload. See what I'm saying? Okay, all stuff that you can get into down the line. But the main thing that you really have to work on is the basics, okay? Trigger finger for a mag. One of the only things you pick up and use with the trigger finger, okay? Everything else, grip, middle finger, grenades, ammo, guns, everything else is middle finger, okay? Grab with a middle finger. Now here's where you're gonna use the buttons on your controller, as you can imagine where that bullet would be, okay? Both buttons, A and B on your controller, do two different things. One will load the mag, one will unload the mag. So, you will use A to load the mag. And you can pull away at a different ammo, you can do whatever at any point in time. To grab the bullets out, you are just going to use the middle finger to grip the first bullet out, and then use the opposite B button to pull them out the rest of the way. Okay? Now, these are all, you have to pretty much hand load all of these, so I'm not even going to get into that. I'm going to get into the grenades after this, but over here I've got some full mags, I've got some attachments, which you'll get into kind of down the line a little bit here. But what I want to really get into is this guy here. I can't put any lasers since the hand guard is not the same as that. I don't have any rails such as this gun here, so I can't use any lasers, I can't use any hand grips, or, you know, nothing crazy like that until I swap that out. But what I can do is put a... what I can't do... Where is it? I know there's a rail here. Oh, here it is. Put that rail on here, and I can also just... I don't even want that piece. Get a hollow real quick. Put it on here. Sorry, I didn't get into this. There's two things that you use the trigger for, okay? That's picking up mags. You can use the middle finger to pick up a second mag of the same exact style. But, put the mag in with the trigger. The only other thing that you do with this trigger finger, make it easy, is the actions on the gun. Okay? Turning the laser on, cocking the gun back, pulling the mag out. Once you get the mag in, everything else is just trigger, except for gripping your stock. After you've spent a mag, you can hit B button, which is the top button, and drop a mag, okay? That mag was spent. This mag has bullets in it. For the record, the chamber is open because the mag got spent. I can throw this full mag in here, hit that same B button that I used to drop the mag, and it'll quickly release the ready to go again, okay? Pretty much bare basics for guns. I didn't really get into the attachments much. That is going to be all your personal preference and your fun to find out. Now, you know how to put attachments on guns. You know how to use the attachments. The only thing I didn't show you how to use was if you take this gun, you got the lasers and all that stuff there. If you just middle finger grip the gun and hit the trigger, then you turn on all of your lasers and stuff like that, which is awesome for jumping corners. Got Santa Christmas colors. Here we're going to get into the gear. Pretty much packing your vest and your bag is going to be on you. Realistically, you can put these pouches anywhere you'd like. You can do anything you want. Bring in whatever you want. The only thing that I really suggest people to not do, overpacking your bags. You dummy. You're not fighting the whole neighborhood. You might run into one or two guys, one team, two teams. But why do you have 6 water bottles and 5 staple guns? This is how I would pack a bag. 1 staple gun, maybe 2, since it's a really crap staple gun. And I have a little bit of stick drift right now. But say 4 bones you can heal. You can fix 4 bleeds. I would just do something like that. Because it's cheap, it's easily replaceable. So I would set up, you know, just a quick little med area, okay? Leave a bunch of room for loot, especially early game, because you're going to want to get out with as much as you can. I'll usually just take a can of food and some water. This usually lasts a pretty long time. I'll just do one of those. You know what I'm saying? Then the rest is for gear. Okay? So, say you've got attachments on a gun. Similarly, say you have a pouch on a vest. Okay? Say you have a something on a something. The easiest way to remove anything from a gun, from a vest, is to put your hand away from anything that you could grab. Hold your trigger finger in. Okay? This kind of is the selecting button. Now you got your claw. Okay? Now you can pick anything off of your gun. So, for instance, if I trigger finger out here, now I can pull this off, right? I think I could actually just, oh yeah, I can't even pull it off without hitting the trigger finger. So, trigger finger out here, far away, you're not gripping anything, run in and grab it off. Same thing with this. Trigger finger away, grab it off. Okay? Same thing with the vest. Trigger finger away, grab the pouch. Now, if you're just trying to grab the thing in the pouch, don't use your trigger finger. Just grip it. That's how they differentiate that. Whether you want the pouch or whatever, grip, pouch, grip, no trigger finger, grip. Let's say I'm fighting Timmy, I'm fighting Alex, and somehow that motherfucker hurt me. If I was fighting Alex, I promise you I would drop him fucking fast. Regardless. Fuck you, Alex. Oh, Alex got me. Man, what do I do now? It all depends on your threat level, what you can heal up. For example, if Alex is on the other side of that door there, I don't have any time to med up at all whatsoever. In this scenario, where I need a band-aid for a wound, I need a red band-aid for a deep wound, differentiated by the 2 logos of bleed instead of the 1. So I need 2 different types of bandages. My leg is X'd out, so I'm going to be moving slower, and I also need to put a staple gun on my leg, and also my overall HP is down. Okay, as you bleed, these numbers will go down. These numbers dictate the HP for the certain body part that it is labeled as. This is your overall HP. Absolute most it could ever be is 440 if you've never had a broken bone. The absolute most it could be if you have a broken bone will be listed underneath the red number. So, critical thinking skills. I got my gun. Imagine I got my gun. I'm holding this door right here. That guy's a crazy little animal. What I would do is probably try and take care of that threat, first and foremost. Give myself a little bit more time to med up. If I am low, like this guy could fart on me and I would go back to the hideout, what I'll do is grab any one of these syringes here. All of these are syringes, okay? I'm going to grab the crappiest one just to showcase. I'll grab some cover. I'll hide. I don't care. Even if I'm bleeding, I'll hide. I'll run away with my syringe and get my HP to as high as possible, okay? So, the 2 things that you cannot let get X'd out or zeroed out like my leg there is your head or your chest. Your head or your chest gets zeroed out, you done. Your kid is a donation, okay? So, what I'll typically try and do is, in the event that I'm absolutely one-shot, there's no point in even trying to face off with the guy, I'll run away and try and heal up. Just instantly get a syringe in me, even if I'm band-aiding, even if I'm whatever, okay? That is pretty much the only stipulation to how I would med regularly, is just skip everything, get my HP as high as possible so that I have the most amount of chance to kill this guy. Now, say Alex and I had it out. Alex's body is sitting right there. Now I've got time. There's nobody pushing me. I can heal everything in the exact order that I want to and go from there, okay? First and foremost, take care of your bleeds, because that will continue to decrease your HP. And also, if that HP goes below 0 on that bleeding out limb, if it goes below 0, it X's out like this. There's a limb break like my right leg. And every single limb, when broken, has an adverse effect that screws you every time. So, do your best to keep your HP up. If you do break a leg, if you break a leg, you break an arm, you break a stomach, instantly try and get that healed. So, but not before you take care of the bleed, because that will continue to decrease you. So, the only thing you need the red band-aids for are the deep wounds, okay? So, if you have a deep wound, I suggest pinpointing with the band-aid where that deep wound is, okay? And I'll explain why in a second. So, I pinpointed the deep wound with the deep wound band-aid. The deep wound is away. Okay, my right arm had a deep wound and a regular wound. Now I only have a regular wound on my left arm. I want to showcase this because it showcases muscle memory. Always use the same arm. Get used to the same arm. You'll be able to band-aid much faster. You'll be in a muscle memory rhythm of it. You'll never be bleeding in raid. So even though my left arm, this guy right here, is the one bleeding, I don't have a major bleed that I need to pinpoint because I only have one red band-aid left. So I can just band-aid any limb. That makes it easy. And now as you see, I band-aided my right arm twice. Now my right arm and my left arm are both healed. That works with your legs, even if you band-aid your arm, as long as you band-aid your body. The only difference is if you have that major deep wound and you need to use a red one and you're running short on red ones, so you will pinpoint that part of your body to make sure that you take care of the deep wound on that limb. Now we go to bleeding is done, okay? Bleeding is all done. We've got broken limbs. That's where you'll use this guy. Or this guy, or this guy, whatever. And for the sake of use, I'll just pull it out of my backpack. I'll do this. You'll hover the staple gun over the broken leg. Give it some time. That green timer goes down, or goes up, and when it's fully green, then you'll heal the bone break. Now, when you have suffered a bone break, depending on what bone healer you use, is the amount of max HP that broken limb can go back up to. As you can see, my left leg, which was never broken, is 65. My right leg, which was broken, is now max 32. Okay, and if I were to use this bone healer, it would maybe get max like 52 or something like that. Still horrible. Now, let's talk about this. Because we're all healed up. The only thing that needs to be brought back up is the HP. All of our limbs are fixed. All of our broken limbs are fixed. All of our bleeds are taken care of. The only thing is, bring the HP up. This mama pajama. Stab yourself, hold the trigger, wait until the numbers stop, and you'll also hear a sound, and the syringe will pull away. That is the max HP that you can get to until you get out in a raid and fully heal yourself again. 407. The best time to pop a pain pillar. The best time to pop a painkiller is right before a fight. That way, none of the negative effects of that guy's gunfire affect you. This is going to be your biggest friend, the Mika. Seriously, they're like $1,000 in-game money. Bring one every single raid. If you don't, your buddies are going to be like, "Oh, why didn't you bring one?" All that good stuff. I want to go over this really, really quickly because here is a decent little showcase of the different style of items that you can pick up. And so I want to go over that real quick. So for some of your tasks, you'll need to submit household items, soaps, pesticides, XYZ. How do I know what it's a household item or not? I have a lighter at my house. Is that a household item? No. If you have your Mika with you, you can scan it. Lighter. This is the category of item it is. Combustible. You also have a task to turn in combustibles. Okay? So basically whatever it asks you for, take this Mika into raid and get really familiar with what every item is. You know, electric, high value, power, intel, tools, all that good stuff, right? And the Mika will help you with everything. Then once you get all your stuff back, you'll have the storage boxes, which are really self-explanatory, and you can just put everything in there, grab the storage box, click it with the trigger, grip it. Once you hover over it, you can pull stuff back out. Okay, that's to help you with hideout upgrades. The compass will show you a little icon on where all of these little boxes with the green smoke are. Whenever you're done in raid, you want to find these exfils. This is an exfil zone. You want to walk up in close proximity to it, let the countdown go down. Boom, made it out of raid. So now you know how to use your main terminal. You know that that's how you find your tasks. You know that that's how you find what you need for your hideout upgrades. You know that you submit all the items for both things there. Where? It'll show up in your submitted. At that point, you can go to the logistics or the tasks tab, go to the thing that you were trying to complete, submit, pay the money, and you'll have the hideout upgrade or the task item completed. We crammed a lot in the last 20, 25 minutes. I hope I made you laugh at least once. But regardless, I want to put everything that we just learned together. I already built a little bit of a starter kit here. I'm going to go through that very, very quickly. It's kind of going to be on par with what you get right when you get in the game on the mannequins here, and as you start to unlock some of the storage areas. I'm joined here by my friend Nate. He's got about the same kit on, just about the same. We'll see once we get in raid the small differences here. But we'll go over my kit very, very quickly. I've got a warrior, I've got a rampage, I've got 2 extra mags, 1 in the gun. I got a bunch of 318 5.56 ammo, as well as a Mika on my chest. That's pretty much what I'm running. I'm not running any nades because it's a little bit unrealistic for right away in the beginning. On my backpack, I'm just running an Elite Ops, pretty mid backpack. I think you get a couple of them right when you first spawn. Regardless, pretty much all mid stuff in here. You know, regular white band-aids and 1 red band-aid in case I get a deep wound like we had talked about. 1 3-stack bone healer, and just a bunch of food and water, because Suburbs is a big map. Now, the only benefit to Suburbs is there is a lot of places to get food and water, but we're going to get right into it here. So, with Chad, I'm going to ask him to ready up. Usually it takes him forever. No. And we're going to deploy right here, and him and I are going to wait this out, but obviously you're going to be right in right now. Alrighty, boys, we are in. We spawned semi-close to mall. We're here with Rick. Rick's got a bunch of mags, a bunch of extra mags for his pistol. We can't see his gun right now, but he's got 6 mags. So he's rocking a little bit better than a starter kit, but pretty much the same thing despite a couple extra mags. He's got a bunch of attachments and all that fun bull. Regardless, wait, let me see that pistol again.
I don't need it.
You have an off spray on that? Oh, you can put the off spray on that. Very, very good.
Actually beautiful.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna take this at the end of raid.
Yep.
So first things first. Rick, what are you looking for right when you spawn in as a contractor? Obviously, the first thing is to complete tasks.
Yeah, so I would try to get some tasks done, obviously.
Open up our menu. You can look at the task here. There's scavs shooting at us. Pay attention to gunshots around. That scav isn't really going to shoot me. And if he does shoot me, it's over for him. For you, what you really have to differentiate is if you want to absolutely go ham on your tasks, or if you want to start honing in on your killing skills, okay? There's 2 routes you can kind of go down. You can be the police officer, or you can be the criminal.
Yep.
Both ways are good. I personally honed in on my killing skills, and that's as easy as just killing scavs. Just working on the head taps as best you can. The least amount of shots as possible, but, you know, do what you can. And start just understanding the game mechanics. This server has a little bit of ping here. That's why the scavs are taking a little bit to drop. But overall, you get the idea. The main thing is headshots kill fast. And I hear suppressed shots over there at office. Rick does too, and we're gonna go keep an eye out for it, but him and I know our routes, you know, that we're used to and that we like. And that's another thing that I would like to recommend to you. Find a route that you know, find a route that you like when you're first starting out,
comfortable with,
and then deviate from it very slowly, very smallly.
I'm the captain now.
You know what I'm saying.
Loot everything too.
That is a major point. Everything you get. Okay, there goes raid. Oh, no, that's not you. There's another person in here. Always keep your head on a swivel and keep your freaking ears on a swivel, dude. Don't worry about loot too much. As soon as you hear something, stop looting everything. But like we were saying, him and I are going to keep our ears and eyes on a swivel here.
I found a grenade.
Okay. The main thing is know what to loot, okay? This is obviously a med box, okay? Has really good meds in it, especially depending on where you go. You want to take pretty much any red med, any red band-aid right away. Pretty much any
These are gonna be
band-aid,
for tasks.
anything and everything that you find is going to be for tasks. We got some juicers pulling up because I'm a pretty high level, and it's skill-based matchmaking, so we're gonna have some Johnny Chads pulling up here. But everything you see, take. You can always just sell it if you don't need it, right? I'm not gonna take every single little thing. I'll start taking little task items, just for the record. But hey, that scab just died. That scab just died, brother. So here, I'm just gonna peek because I know he's in here somewhere. That scab just he's coming from outside. Oh, he sees you. He's right there. Move, don't die, don't die, don't die. Get cover. This is a good learning experience. Chad's gonna swap out for me, and typically if you're solo, this is what you want to do. You want to back away, and you want to med up the second you get shot, then start returning fire. And I'm actually gonna let Chad take care of this.
I got you, homie.
Left-hand side. Laying some shots down just so he,
You do have a pinger where you can ping where people are if you have teammates, but obviously if you're solo, you wouldn't have to do that.
But I'm gonna ping him right for Chad, so Chad knows right in the area where he's gonna be. Always keep an eye on your mags. Always keep your reserves loaded up. I'm at the benefit where I have Chad here with me. Chad, keep a good cover. I guess this guy's got some friends too. And I found some nades here, so. I'm getting shot to piss. So, like I just mentioned, always just back away. Here I'm not bleeding, so what's going through my head is instantly heal any bones that are going to limit me, which is my arm here. Now that I'm healed up in my arm, that back away. Let old Johnny Nade Head over there start wasting all his nades. And I'm actually going to recommend that since they have information that we don't have, I recommend that Rick and I rotate before they slaughter us.
Yep, getting hit hard. He's in the tents.
Okay, you just got to know when to rotate. So I'm going to just lay down some fire. Lay down some fire and push back with Rick.
When you're in a fight, you get like someone sees you in the position that you are. You always want to remove to a different position so they don't have hold on the same position you were just in.
You don't want to give them information. You don't want to give them valuable information. There's a guy right over here. So there, I just shot the piss out of him.
So that was a f***ing lie.
On the upper level. But that guy needs to seriously re-heal. Okay, Rick, they're right above your marker, and one's by the tent over there. Take cover if you need. Take cover.
Yep. He doesn't hit too hard, but he hits hard enough. I would say he's all the way to the left, one's all the way to the right.
Yep, that's right. Always, always, always. Use your good mags.
Move your pin.
Okay, hang on.
Behind us.
Don't die. Don't die.
Hit him twice.
Okay, don't die.
You know what they call me, real Chad. I didn't get that name from the real.
Yeah, I know. And there's a guy from the right, too. Okay, guy on the right saw me. Right above your pin.
Alright.
Gonna hold a different angle on him. Reposition. He thinks he knows where I am. Always keep mags loaded. Hey Rick, why don't you go? Is there still access from the roof to look down or no?
The only way, yeah. Let me know immediately if you're good.
I will. Guy's being a bit of a wusser. Now the scavs are shooting at him too, which is great.
I'm on roof.
Okay. Scavs are shooting at him right below you. Like I said, he knows where I'm going to be coming from. Rick may have gotten one there.
That's a scav.
Okay. Hold this angle while also...
One to the right, hit him up.
I keep piecing that guy up. He can't have much to his low armor left. Watch out, Rick. Make sure you're still covered, obviously.
Yeah, everything's good.
Watch out, Rick. Back up. Back up, bud. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know what they call me? Real Chad. I don't get that name from the Hit it,
Oh yeah.
get it.
Oh yeah. So what information can you give me?
I can give you that there's one all the way far to the left. He's got an OP high, suppressed gun. I don't know what kind of vest he had. I want to say it's either an Apex or something on iron, like 6B, maybe maybe even MTV. And the other one to the right looks about the same kit.
Agreed.
You are going down.
Yeah, he's got a 6B. 6B.
Is he on your body?
And don't play that how I played that, y'all.
Okay, so he see that is a perfect perfect reason on why you switch spots. Change the information up.
He's pushing up.
I can smell your fear.
I think I got one.
I'll kill you.
Nine times out of 10, if you're more patient than them, you'll get them.
Time to die.
Just keep playing these little games.
Down.
There he goes. See right there, he hit me up pretty good. Best time to pop a painkiller is before a fight. But this guy's pretty juiced and I don't want to get screwed on food and water. So.
He's on my body. He's running G3.
Okay.
Or no, actually, he's FAL.
Okay.
So FAL is considered basically
Even though
a high.
we're high powered for sure. So we're right here, kind of
He's
at a
got smokes.
decent little break point. His buddy, if he didn't die, is gonna head to rotate. full hard rotate on me. He is a little rat too. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit. Killed him?
He's dead.
Now for his buddy, if his buddy didn't die.
I'll break your bones.
His buddy did not. Oh, his buddy did die. I got both of them. So, and they are, dude, I mean, supremely juiced.
I put a hole in a nigga for f***ing with me. My back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me, 'cause I'll come and take your life away. Many man, many, 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 many man wish death upon me. Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no
Nothing special.
more.
Some FMJ bullets. I'll be honest. I'm really rich. I hate to brag on you guys, but I'm not gonna take too much of this stuff. I mean, just the stuff that might benefit me here. We'll see if always kill scavs as soon as they start pushing you. This guy had a suppressor, so I'm gonna use this to not attract any more attention. Let's showcase the new scope, and actually, I may as well run his kit instead of mine, to be honest. We can absolutely just throw my gun on his bag. The only thing I'm going to grab here, things to watch out for, nades, food, water, anything you're going to be spending money on back at base, obviously, as well as items. Every item that a player has, it's usually a jackpot. They're out here, you know, hunting for loot as well. Sometimes they've hit keys, but that's a whole other thing. Keys are pretty self-explanatory as you start playing the game more, but you know, this is, you know, kind of where we're at with it. Rick definitely left me, so
we tired of playing with your ass, nigga.
I'm not gonna worry about this guy's AK stuff or loot or whatever. Matter of fact, it would be nice to find his gun if I could find that, but I'm sure it teleported into the abyss, so I'm not gonna worry too hard about it. So I got my kit now too, which is not even close to as good as that kit, so I'm about to just leave it for a scav, you know. I wouldn't recommend just leaving the upgrades here, but I have so much of this stuff. I mean, what the heck, I'll bring it. It's an extra little kit, but typically I would be worried about weight over getting out all of this stuff, you know. And I have the hideout upgrade that gives me a little bit more weight bearing, so that's working for my favor. Excuse me, that you will not have. So keep that in mind. Ooh. Always keep an eye out for scavs. Here's another good learning, you know, experience. It don't matter what you have. Drop everything the second that you see a scav. Take care of these guys. You're not going to make it home with any of the loot if these scavs kill you. Obviously. Now let's see if this guy wanted to give us any extra ammo, and it looks like not really. He had all the extra ammo on him, it appears. I don't think he thought he was going to die. And I told Rick just to be patient, to back up, and he got a little snippy. So
my time has come.
Be mindful of your legs and your weight. Oh my god. Whoa! Be mindful of not dying. Dies. We're gonna steal Rick's meds here because it's the first one I saw. Then I'm going to stow this. Now, I always bring a Mika with me. Mikas are amazing. If you hit the trigger, you can see all points in the map, right? So it makes it easy to complete your tasks. You can also see all of the exfils, okay? So if I just zoom in a little bit here, I can kind of do a little bit of one of these. You know what I'm saying? So the closest one to me is going to be the motel, the outdoor cinema, and I know this just from being a noob, an absolute just piece on this game. You can also check your exfils by looking at your compass, which you can turn on in your settings, or you can hit the menu button and your compass will pop up. As your head starts to turn in the direction of an exfil, it will typically pop up, as you can see from my yellow cursor there, 462 meters away. When they are green, that means they are open. When they are yellow, that means that they are opening soon after a countdown, which you can see by hitting your menu button, hitting the extraction, and scrolling down here. Now, actually, it looks like Rick did not leave. This game can be a little bit buggy sometimes, and it disconnected me from him. But that's, you know, what you got to deal with when you get to play such an amazing game. I also want to take this time right now to shout out Caveman Studios. You guys are amazing, despite all the bugs, despite all of my gripes. I mean, this is just a super awesome game. I've been more than addicted to it, and I can't wait to continue to be addicted to it. Literally don't see myself ever getting bored of this game. And with that being said, we toss this bag a little bit here. This is called your butt box. It's your safe container. Okay, so just for instance, I'm going to take one of these gold mags because I like the gold mags, the camo. I don't want to lose it, whatever. If you put it in your safe container, no matter how you die, if you die, anything in your safe container will be left in that safe container when you spawn back to hideout. And since I'm a little cheeky monkey that doesn't need this loot and would rather have a better, footage, it's all the way up in Ulti-Buy. We have a lot of time. Not an insane amount of time, but a decent amount of time. Okay, another learning point. Don't get greedy. Just get out. Don't get greedy. Just get out. Do you want the stuff, or do you want that guy to have the stuff? You know? At this point, I couldn't even really carry too much more. I'll let him have a good raid. Enjoy yourself, brother. The only thing I'm going to do is stay in my own lane, take care of any of the scavs or players or anything that tries to, press up on me, and I'm going to head straight for exfil. Keep your head on a swivel, always. Look for little dots moving. You have to train your eye. It's not that you'll notice the little people moving, but as you start to play and start to familiarize yourself with how everything looks, you'll see little ants start moving from across the map and go, whoa, dude. We're going to put Rick's pistol to the test here. Very nice. I like that. That was satisfying. And now we got... Oh, really? Oh, you serious? Took me a couple more shots than I would have preferred, but something with these flip scopes. I really, really like them. I really like the way they look. Something about them. They're a little bit off. So I tried aiming a little bit higher, and they might have fixed it by now. And see, just be aware, be socially aware, you know? Socially aware, well, mainly situationally aware. Aim small, miss small, right? Drop your bags the second you get into a confrontation. The heck is that guy shooting at? And here we got a scav. Always be situationally aware. You don't have to shoot at every scav. Oh, he's shooting at me. With something. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about him. He's just a hater. So, I'm going to worry about just getting all the stuff out. Now, you obviously, you know, when you're doing this for yourself, you need to find the better balance between doing your task items versus, you know, focusing on killing. So, I am headed for exfil. So like I said, I know where this was, but if you just hit the menu button and you follow the cursor up top, it will show you where to go. Oh, this guy's gonna head tap me. Someone's gonna take care of Joe Schmo there. It's always easier with less shots, you know, more shots to the head, one shot to the head. But we'll take what we can get. Then, all you gotta do, when you're sitting in close proximity to the exfil zone, like I said earlier, murder's all she wrote. We'll leave game and we'll start dissecting everything back at hideout.
Many men wish death upon me.